welcome to another Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union broadcast of Lumberjack basketball. Join us as we bring you the action live from the court with Tim Parrish. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Lumberjack sports sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Now for the countdown to tip-off with Tim Parrish, and go Lumberjacks! And welcome, Lumberjack fans. Tim Parrish here at Freeman High School, home of the Freeman Scotties here in Washington. And we are set for the Lumberjacks to participate, Lumberjack boys, to participate in the Greg Larson Memorial or Greg Larson Tournament. Maybe not Memorial, but Greg Larson Tournament here in Freeman. Tonight, the Lumberjack boys will be facing off against the Liberty Lancers. And tomorrow night, the boys will face off against the Freeman Scotties. Lumberjacks taking on a couple of the top teams in the west side, or the eastern side of Washington. We've got some rankings for them and everything else, a little bit of information on those teams. But we've got a little bit to go through in our Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip-off. I think we won't have a senior spotlight tonight. A little bit late getting started. The Lumberjack game is supposed to tip off at 5:30, and we will have that for you, of course, live on our radio on KOFE 1240 AM and on our YouTube audio stream. But first, I do want to give a shout out. I want to put out a big thank you, just a big thank you to the Vista Line crews and all the contractor crews and all those out there working to bring the power back to the area. And they've got a lot of the power back on in St. Mary's. Some of it is still getting worked on. But again, a big thank you to the Vista crews and all the utility companies and contractors that come in to help restore the power after that windstorm that came through. And a big thank you to a bunch of the businesses and a shout out to the businesses in town. And I don't know all of them. I can't remember all the businesses that have been doing everything they can to stay open during the power outages. I want to start with Harvest Foods. Archie's IGA was doing a bunch out at their store. Spicer's was trying to be open. Some of the food places were out there trying to serve. Ace Hardware was open. St. Joe Sports Stop was open. Man, I'm just trying to think of the ones I can remember of that were open and we're out there helping things out. But I wanted to give the doubly big thank you, and everybody needs to get Kenny Ozier if you see him. That guy needs a cake. He needs something. He needs a week off from work. I don't know. But Kenny Ozier and his crew at 10th Street Superstop, who kept their stuff going. They had fuel. They had the St. Joe oil pumps get down at St. Joe oil going. They had their pumps going. Kenny and his crew was back and forth to Spokane to keep the tanks full. Not only that, but Kenny was out delivering fuel to other places. He was delivering fuel out to Hecla Mining, I think is what he said today, one of the mines up in the Silver Valley anyways, and helping keeping them going. So I think Kenny Ozier needs about a week of rest and all hands on deck to feed him and pamper him and his crew. Really, they need a little bit of a break, and a big thank you for everything they did during the power outages. I know I seen his tanker truck going back and forth from Spokane an awful lot over the last couple of days. So once again, a big shout out to all of those businesses, and especially to Kenny Ozier and his crew at 10th Street Superstop. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll come back with the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union countdown to tip off.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. When you think of PotlatchDeltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about PotlatchDeltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, PotlatchDeltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. PotlatchDeltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, PotlatchDeltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank PotlatchDeltic for what they do and hope that you will also. PotlatchDeltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Well, well, well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24 plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on their schedule today. That's Interstate Drilling and Pump, 208-245-5101. 208-245-5101, Interstate Drilling and Pump.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's. Tim Parrish back here at the home of the Scotties, where your Lumberjacks will be taking on the Liberty Lancers. The girls' game just wrapping up, and Lumberjack boys have come out to start warming up. And let's see, had something I wanted to mention, I thought, but maybe not. This is Potlatch's #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to tip-off. And let's take a quick look, I guess, at those league standings, or the Central Idaho League standings at this point in the season. The Orofino Maniacs are 1-0 in league play, 4-0 overall. They beat Kellogg by a score of 56-52 in their last game. They are at Grangeville tonight. The Priest River Spartans are 1-0 in league play, 2-4 overall. They lost 77-26 to Sandpoint. They will be hosting Sandpoint on the 6th. And actually, I think I missed one there for Priest River. Priest River did lose or beat Grangeville 65-60 in their last game. Grangeville and Priest River is, let's see, where's Priest River at? Priest River will be hosting Sandpoint on the 6th. Already mentioned that. The Lumberjacks, no league games just yet for St. Mary's, but they are 2-1 overall. They beat a very tough Kendrick team, a pretty solid Potlatch team, and they are their only loss was to a tough Sandpoint team, which they really could have beat Sandpoint, in my opinion. And I looked at the schedule; they do not get a rematch with Sandpoint, so that is kind of a tough one to swallow. They would love to have a rematch, but they did beat Kendrick 58-52 in overtime. And like I said, playing Liberty tonight, playing Freeman tomorrow. Then the Kellogg Wildcats 0-1 league play, 2-3 overall, lost to Orofino 56-52. They will be in the Avista Holiday Tournament on, I don't think that's right. I have the 29th, but I don't think that's right for it. That says January 29th, so that can't be right. It's got to be December 29th, possibly. I'll have to recheck those schedules. And Grangeville, 0-1 in league, 0-5 overall. They lost 65-60 to the Spartans, and they are hosting Orofino tonight. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back with more of the Paulat's #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off after a word from our sponsors.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those lumberjacks.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time. Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, "Go Lumberjacks!"
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
Tim Parrish back here with the Paulat's #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off. And boy, howdy, I hope the boys shoot a little bit better in the actual game, because watching them warm up here, I think I've seen one shot made out of 30 attempts here in the warm-up. So hopefully they get all those misses out of their system and start knocking shots down in the game. But they are having a little bit of a rough time right now. I actually didn't get a chance to ask Coach Chase this, but with no school the last several days, and including today, it means there's been no practice. So the boys, as far as I know, haven't practiced, haven't really had no shooting or nothing going on, unless they've found a gym to get into that they can shoot around and stuff. But there's been no official practices or anything for the boys for the last 3 days. So that could make an effect here on this boys team. I do want to remind everybody in St. Mary's, too, there is a cornhole tournament going on at the Eagles tonight, and that is 6 p.m. It's a blind draw with a $10 buy-in and payouts for first, second, and third. Dinner is available with burgers on the deck. So don't forget about the cornhole tournament. Everybody may have forgot about it with the way of the weather and the power and all that stuff. So something to do in town tonight. Go check it out. JV boys lost their game against Liberty earlier this afternoon, or a little while ago, actually. So they had a tough time against Liberty JV. So there's that little bit of information for you as well. Now looking at the power rankings and coaches polls, because those are the only ones out so far is Idaho Sports and coaches poll. So the top 5 in the Idaho Sports Power Rankings, you've got New Plymouth, Wendell, Melba, West Jefferson, and Nampa Christian as the top 5. In the coaches poll, you've got Wendell, New Plymouth, Ambrose, and Malad, the top 4. And then tied for 5th, it's Orofino, St. Mary's, and North Fremont. So St. Mary's right there in the mix with the coaches polls. As for Max Preps and media polls, that's too early in the season so far for Max Preps, and media polls have not had any come out just yet. So there is that for you as well. We're going to take another break, come back with more of the Potlatch #1 Federal Credit Union Countdown to Tip-Off as we get ready for the Lumberjacks and the Liberty Lancers of Washington to do battle here in Freeman at the Greg Larson Tournament here tonight.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Benawah, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Main Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With 6 professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today. And we are back here at Freeman High School, the Greg Larson Tournament. Lumberjacks taking on the Liberty Lancers. We got a few of our alumni that are going to school in the Seattle and other areas here in town tonight to watch the Lumberjacks. And one of them has actually got his green coaching shirt on, and that's AJ Bechtel over there talking with Todd Gilkey. And also I seen Michael Ebert here in town as well today to cheer on the Lumberjacks. So got a pretty good crowd forming for both teams here in Freeman. Taking a look around the area in high school sports, starting with the Lumberjack girls. They are having a rough season, 0-3 in league play, 0-5 overall. They had a game that was scheduled against Wallace on Thursday, but of course the weather canceled or postponed that game. They're going to see if they can get it rescheduled. They will be hosting Kellogg on Monday, the 22nd, at Lumberjack Gymnasium. The Lakeside boys, they are 2-0 in league play, 4-0 overall. They beat Genesis Preparatory Academy of 110-17 in their last game. They've had a couple of games postponed due to weather. They will be at the Well Pennant Tournament in Washington on January the 2nd and the 3rd. Lakeside girls 2-0 in league play, 5-2 overall. They beat Wallace 64-36 in their last game. They as well had a few games canceled or rescheduled due to the weather. They will be at the Freeman tournament here tonight. They play right after St. Mary's does. Over at Kootenai, the Kootenai boys, no league games yet, but 1-3 overall. They did lose 43-41 in their last game. I did not write who they played down. They will be hosting Post Falls C Team on the 8th. The girls of Kootenai are 1-2 on the season. They beat Kootenai Classical Academy 71-13. They will be hosting the Lumberjack girls on the 6th. So that is a look at your area high school sports. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back and look at some St. Mary's statistics.
The name says it all. Taco About It. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco About It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from Triple X Feeds. Taco About It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco About It, located across the street from Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's.
When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks.
If you know which side of a saw cuts wood, and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing, around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, block, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job. Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oakes at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oakes a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Fall is coming, and of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. Triple X Feeds has magnetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. Triple X Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, Triple X Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's today.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Idaho so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
St. Joe Oil isn't just a fuel delivery company. They provide a much larger service than most people realize. St. Joe Oil can sell you a brand new Toyo oil stove and install it for you, and also keep your oil tank full. Not only that, St. Joe Oil plays a very critical role in our local industries. From logging to farming, St. Joe Oil keeps the fuel tanks full. From heating oil to off-road diesel and everything in between, call St. Joe Oil 208-245-2123. That's 208-245-2123. St. Joe Oil.
Tim Parrish back here at the home of the Freeman Scotties here in Freeman, Washington. Lumberjacks getting set to take on the Liberty Lancers in the Greg Larson tournament. St. Mary's taking on a couple of tough Washington schools. Looking at the Lumberjack stats so far, well, on 4 games, they are, is it 4 games? Yeah, 3 games. The Lumberjacks are averaging right around 54 points per game. Shooting about 37% from the field, 29% from three-point range, 61% from the free throw line. Their opponents average about 51 points per game, shooting 40% from the field, 37% from three-point range, and 58% from the charity stripe. St. Mary's averaging 31 rebounds, while their opponents are averaging 24 rebounds. Quick update on Coach Chase. Of course, you may know by now, he hit the 200 win mark against the Kendrick Tigers. He is 6 wins from 300 when it comes to combined wins with boys and girls basketball. So there is a little bit of information for you. He is also 8 wins away from 100 home wins. Of course, this is neutral site actions here, so it doesn't really matter. Coach Chase is averaging 17 wins per game in 12 seasons. Well, you know, we aren't actually even halfway through that 12th season just yet. Leading scoring so far for St. Mary's, J.J. Yearod averaging 17 points per game. Jack Barta averaging 8. Isaiah Gustoff averaging 7. Landon Ribrick is also averaging 8. Xavier Sloper averaging 5. Isaiah Gustoff, I think I just mentioned him, with 7. And Jackson Harold averaging 5 points per game for St. Mary's, with Marcus Speakman averaging 2. Leading shooter really is Jackson Harold, 83% from the field. And Jack Barta leading the team in free throw shooting with 69%. Taking a look at the Liberty Lancers, they are 1-0 in league play, 3-2 overall. They are ranked 37th in Washington in max preps. They are averaging 54 points per game, allowing 58 points per game. And they're coached by Jared Huddle. And that's about all we've got on the Liberty Lancers. St. Mary's looking to compete well, try to get a win, and help themselves out in some of the rankings. I will say that I dislike when this happens, but Liberty only has 9 players on their roster that they have here, but they actually have like 12 guys suited up. So I hate it when teams do that, but it happens more often than not. We'll work through it if any of those guys that I do not have on this roster get on the floor. As we get set to get the starting lineups for both teams.
Contest between the visitors on the scoreboard. It's St. Mary's Lumberjacks.
I'm waiting to see. St. Mary's is the visitors.
The Liberty Lancers.
So let's go ahead and see if we can switch that up.
Let's see tonight's starting lineups for both squads. First for the visiting St. Mary's Lumberjacks. A 5'8" senior guard number 3, Jack Barta.
So starting for the Lumberjacks, we will have the number 3 of Jack Barta, the number 4 of J.J. Yearout, the number 5 of Isaiah Gustoff, the number 21 of Landon Ribrick, and the number 32 of Xavier Sloper.
And the starters for the Liberty Lancers.
Now the starters for the Lancers. The first starter will be the number 2. He's a senior at 5'11", Donald Holwegner. Then we got the number 10. He is a 5'8" senior, Miles Sinclair. Then we got the number 12. He is a 6'6" senior, J.J. Hodel. Then we got the number 24. He is a junior, 6'4", Drew Pearsall. And in the number 32, he's a junior, 6'4", Sam Cook. Lumberjacks are in their green and gold. The Liberty Lancers white with red piping on their jerseys. The Lancers will be, your Lumberjacks will be going right to left on your radio dial. JJ Yearout will be jumping in the midcourt circle. He'll be going up against the number 24, the 6'4" Drew Pearsall. JJ Yearout, don't let his height fool you when he's a little bit out heighted by this guy. Not by a lot, but a little bit. But JJ Yearout has I don't remember, I have to get it again, but he has one heck of a vertical. So the ref steps to the midcourt circle. And the opening tip is on the way, controlled by the Lumberjacks. St. Mary's has it, gets it to Barta in the backcourt. Barta will set up the offense, works down that right side of the floor. Going to look for a screen, gets it to Sloper. Sloper to a cutting Yearout. It's up and good. Yearout cutting along the blocks, puts it up and good. I'm going to go ahead and give Sloper the assist. 2-0 Lumberjacks with the lead. The Lancers have it right side of the floor. Cutter themselves into the lane, gets a couple Lumberjacks up off their feet, takes the shot, and it's going to bounce around and fall in. That'll be Donald Holwegner with the bucket, and we have a tie ball game. 2-2, St. Mary's and Liberty. Barta with the ball out near the volleyball line, gets the ball over to Sloper. Back to the top to Ribrick, now over to Yearout. Yearout triggers the three. It is off the mark. Rebound going to go over to the Lancers. Lancers will take it the other way. Controlling it for Liberty is the number 10 of Sinclair. Skips it into the paint. Guy cutting into the lane. He's going to go up against Yearout. His shot is no good. Rebound goes out to Barta. Barta quickly down to the right wing. Going to kick the ball back out to Yearout. Yearout, the deep three. It's off and in. Going to give the Barta the assist. It's 5-2 St. Mary's. Bring the ball back across is Holwegner. He takes it to the top of the key, guarded by Yearout. Skip pass to the elbow. Going to get it into Huddle. Huddle the low post left side. Oh, they find an open Sam Cook. His shot won't fall. Rebound, though, goes to Gustav. That was a good movement and a good play by the Lancers. Just couldn't finish the bunny shot from underneath. Going to try a high entry pass into Sloper. It'll be a turnover to St. Mary's as J.J. Yearout left that one hang up there a little bit too high. Sloper couldn't get to it. St. Mary's putting on some pressure now in the backcourt. Lancers get it across the timeline. They have it up top. Left wing for Liberty. They're going to drive the right side of the low post. Going to get a blocking foul called. Coach Chase not liking the call. Barta gets the foul against him. It'll be his first. And it'll be on the shot. So it'll put Drew Pearsall to the free throw line for the Lancers. 6:04 to go in the first period. 5-2 St. Mary's with the lead. Pearsall's first free throw is off the back of the iron. It is no good. Score remains 5-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Second free throw on the way. A little bit more touch, but still misses that one. Sloper pulls down the rebound for St. Mary's, and the Jacks will take it the other direction. Jack Barta working that right side again. Gets it across the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Skips it to Ribrick at the top of the key. Rib hands it off to Yearout. Yearout has it poked away for a minute. Lands in the hands of Barta on the right wing. Barta going to drive into the paint. Kicks it out to Gustav. It's up and good. Nice ball movement once again by the Lumberjacks. Another assist for Jack Barta. 7-2. St. Mary's lead is 5 over the Lancers. Liberty working it on the right side, driving into the lane is Holwegner. He's going to take the shot, no good, and he'll get called for the foul as laying in there to take the foul. I believe was Jack Barta taking the charge. 7-2, St. Mary's leads, 5:28 to go first period. Lumberjacks bringing the ball down. Jack Barta crosses the timeline, works to the left side, kicks it to Ribrick up top. Rib hands it off to Yearout. Yearout, deep three. It's in and out. That shot looked like it was going to rattle home, but decided to pop out at the last second. Rebound to the Lancers. Holwegner controls it. He's going to skip it. Bad pass. Barta steps in front of it. Turnover Going to get the alley-oop to year out. It's up and good. Barda with another assist, and the Lancers want a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. 9-2. St. Mary's leads it. We'll take it as well. We'll be back.
St. Mary's Realty is a St. Mary's icon. Why? Because they are a team. They work for you. And they've been a team for many years. Whether you are buying your first home, looking for a recreational cabin, or selling your current home, St. Mary's Realty puts their team on it for you. So stop in or give them a call today at 245-4502 and let their team be your team. That's St. Mary's Realty at 726 Main Avenue, St. Mary's.
Tim Parrish back here at Freeman High School. St. Mary's leads the Lancers 9-2. Lumberjacks offense cooking at the moment. 4:59 to go in the first period. St. Mary's out to a 7-point lead. Lumberjacks with some backcourt pressure again. Kind of a token press. They don't really put a lot of heat on them. But that ball almost taken away by the Lumberjacks. Still out there. There's going to be too much contact. That'll be a foul on Barda. Barda came in trying to get that ball away from Sam Cook and put a little bit too much contact. Only bad thing with that is the second foul on Barda. So Jack Barda will head out. His brother Brock will head in. And also going to check in for St. Mary's is Jackson Harrell, the junior. And the Lancers have the ball. Coming across the timeline is the number 10, Holwegner. Right side of the floor, into the corner to Huddle on the right side. Cross-court pass. Holwegner guarded by Year Out. Year Out kicks his pocket from behind. Year Out going to drive. Shot is up and falls in on the layup from the right side. It's a 9-point lead for the Lumberjacks. They've so far held the Lancers to just 2 here in the first. Up to the free throw line. Having to pick up his dribble was the 32 of Cook. Kicks the ball out to Johnson. Now at the elbow. Right side. Ball getting poked loose again. Gustav with the steal. I'm going to give him the steal. Turnover Liberty, but then Gustav dribbled it off of his foot. So it's technically a turnover on St. Mary's. So Sloper will come back in. Gustav will get a break. And the Lancers will have the ball. They're looking into the low post. Spinning, working against Sloper. Harold deflects the ball out of his hand for a second. Shot is up and no good by Liberty. Rebound to Year Out. Barda has it. He's going to go into the lane. Shot up off the mark. No good by Brock Barda. Rebound to the Lancers. Bring it down the right side's Cook. Cook has it now on the wing. Kicks the ball up the top to Holwegner near the midcourt circle. Lumberjacks look to be in a man defense. Looking into the lane again, kicking it out to the corner. 3-pointer on the way by Parasol. It's going to bounce around and falls in, but no good on the shot. As they say, it hit the support up above. Isaiah Gustav comes back in. Landon Ribrick gets a breather. Lumberjacks still lead it 11-2 with 3:25 to go in the first period. Brock Barda working on the right side. Skips it to Sloper. Still on the right side. Sloper looking to get it into Gustav, and he'll be fouled. Be a blocking foul against Sam Cook. That was his first, team second foul. Forget who had the first foul for Liberty. St. Mary's will inbound it. Back out to Sloper. Sloper right side. He's going to try to drive into the lane. He's going to get it in there. Spins around the defense. Shot is up and good by Sloper. Lumberjacks out to an 11-point lead. It's been several minutes since the Lancers have scored. Working it in the paint, trying to get some room. Can't do it. Was Cook. A shot now put up. Little hook shot from Hodel, and it's up and good for the Liberty Lancers. First bucket in quite some time for Liberty. There's almost a bad pass. The Lancers almost jump it. It'll be deflected out of bounds by Liberty. It'll be Pearsall to deflect it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lumberjacks. Sideline will inbound from sideline to Sloper into Brock Barda. Brock to JJ. You're out. Head fake from the wing. Gets it out to Sloper. Sloper with a three from the corner. It's in and out. Fighting for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, they say, off of the Lancers. So St. Mary's with a team rebound. Lumberjacks will inbound from baseline. Right side of the bucket. Sloper to trigger it in. Gets it to Year Out. Year Out short, short corner. Takes it out to the wing. Now to Gustav. Gustav to Sloper. Sloper pull-up jumper from the free throw line. That shot won't quite fall. Rebound goes to Liberty. Liberty working on that far side. Ball getting tipped around loose. And Jackson Harold deflects it out of bounds. Ribrick coming back in for St. Mary's. Going to give JJ a breather. Coach Chase really using some alternates here. Running them in and out, giving guys a breather. Liberty has the ball. Right side, left side, Pearsall on the wing. Picks up his dribble, looks into the free throw line. That's Hodel. Driving, shot up, no good. Blocked by Ribrick. Then the Lancers are out of bounds when they get the rebound. So I'll give the rebound to Liberty, but then the turnover. 13-4, St. Mary's with the lead. Just under 2 to go in the first period. Gustav tries for kind of an odd layup attempt. It won't go. Rebound to Liberty. Coach Chase probably would have preferred them to run a little bit more of their set before that. Deep three from the Lancers. That shot is off the mark. Got a good bounce, though. Lancers got the rebound. Allwagner with the shot. It's in and out. Putback is up and good. That is Jack Johnson.
Johnson,
13-6, St. Mary's leads. Lancers cutting into the lead just a little bit. Minute 20 to go in the first period. Sloper controls it. He works it to the left side. That ball is going to be deflected around. It's going to be a steal, turnover, and then Sloper with the steal. Sloper draws the foul. Sloper got the turnover, stole it, headed the other way, and got the blocking side.
There's Sloper, count the basket. That was on Jack Johnson.
Oh, and the shot counted. The foul goes against Jack Johnson.
At the line, Jader Sloper. He'll be shooting 1.
Sloper at the free throw line knocks down the bonus. Lumberjacks stretch it to a 10-point lead, 16-6. And somebody came in, St. Mary's did. I think Harold went out. Shot up by the Lancers. Drew Pearsall with 2 for the Lancers. 16-8. Lumberjacks lead. 42 seconds to go in the first. Sloper tries for the high shot up off the glass, and it's good. Get a stoppage of play, something on the floor there. That was a terrific shot by Sloper. I didn't think that was going to go in. That was high off the corner of the backboard. Jackson Harold is on the floor for St. Mary's. One of the first and rare times you don't see one of the Barta brothers on the floor. 30 seconds on the clock. Over to the right, left wing, top of the key now. Cook has it. He's going to try to penetrate. Can't get nowhere with it. Dishes the ball out to Johnson. Johnson triggers the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound to Sloper. Takes a peek at the clock. Sees how much time they've got. 14 seconds. Sloper brings it down the left side. Looking for a screen. Shake and bake. Pulls up at the left wing for a 3. Won't fall. Good look. Rebound to the Lancers. They'll pull up for the final shot. I think Sloper got a piece of it. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. 18-8, St. Mary's leads. We'll be back.
Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat, located next to Harvest Foods in St. Mary's. Open 24 hours, we have washers and dryers of all sizes to get your laundry done quickly. If you'd like to get your laundry done in less than 5 minutes, take advantage of our drop-off laundry service where we wash, dry, and fold it for you. While you do your laundry, be sure to take advantage of our touchless automatic car wash, which has that great undercarriage spray to get the grime off. Riverbend Car Wash and Laundromat can be found at riverbendbubbles.com or call 208-582-4844.
Whistle Stop Coffee and More has come a long way from the little shop on Railroad Avenue. How far? Not only did they upgrade their Railroad Avenue location, they added a second location. That second location for Whistle Stop Coffee and More is on 313 St. Joe River Road. Both locations offer tasty drinks of coffee, Red Bull, or Lotus Energy, and food options, from acai bowls to cookies and delicious bagel sandwiches. Whistle Stop Coffee and More is the perfect stop for a quick bite and a drink on your way to work or school. Whistle Stop Coffee and More in St. Mary's.
And we are back. Only change at the break is going to be Marcus Speakman checking in for the first time. Liberty will start possession of the second period. 18-8, Lumberjacks with the lead. Into the post. Now driving from underneath. Shot is up. Late whistle and contact there. And I kind of thought there was. The whistle came late, but it'll be Marcus Speakman picking up the first foul of the second quarter. It's a shooting foul that will send Bryce Braun to the free throw line. Bryce's first trip to the free throw line leaves that first one short. Second free throw is no good as well, but a rebound to the Lancers. And off the glass and in is Sam Cook with the bucket for the Liberty Lancers. 18-10, St. Mary's with an 8-point lead. Gustav working in the paint, kicks it out to Speakman, now to Sloper, back to Year Out. Year Out between the circles. Takes it to the right side. Surveying. Team is now moving. Back to Sloper. Sloper going to drive high post. He's going to get held up. And I don't know if they're calling that on the shot. They waited for it to fall. And it looks like they are calling it on the shot. So they'll send Sloper to the free throw line. That is Holwegner's second foul of the game. Sloper 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2 from the charity stripe now. 19-10, St. Mary's with the lead here early second period. Sloper eyes it up, shot on the way, high arcing free throw, it's up and good. And it's a 10-point lead for the Lumberjacks. 20-10, early second quarter. Jack Johnson controls it for the Liberty Lancers. Now it's into the hands of Holwegner. He's going to trigger the three. It's short. Going to get the, Rib had the rebound. I think Liberty stole it. Liberty with a shot that missed because of a block. And then the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. Coming back in is Barta. Isaiah Gustav gets a breather. 20-10. St. Mary's with the ball. Jack Barta works it to the right side. Gets it up to Ribrick, top of the key. Now back to Year Out. Year Out deep. 3, nothing but net. Rib with the assist. 23-10. St. Mary's with the lead by 13. Lancers get a spot to go. That's going to be a foul by Rib. He got the block shot, but he did hit the rim. There is a new rule that you can't hit the rim, so I was curious if it was going to be a goaltend or a foul, and they're going to call it a foul. Of course, that might not be in Washington for that rule either, but I thought it was a NFHS rule. Not sure. First free throw up and good by Parasol. That's the first free throw made by the Lancers. They are 1 for 4. Pearsall is 1 for 3. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. 23-12. St. Mary's with the lead. 6:38 to go in the first half. Barta to the right side. Drives all the way baseline. He's going to get fouled. The ball rims in and out. That almost went in. He will head to the free throw line. The foul went against Jack Johnson. Barta was 11 of 12 against Kendrick from the free throw line, 91%. And I didn't say anything like that when they played Kendricks. I didn't want to jinx him, but I did it here as he misses the front end on the free throws. Jackson Harold checks back in. Marcus Speakman heads out. Barta lines up the second free throw. Shot is on the way. That one is nothing but net. 24-12, Lumberjacks doubled up. A little bit of backcourt pressure from St. Mary's. They back out of it quickly, bringing it across the timeline as Pearsall brings it to the right side. Jackson Harold on the defense. Shot is up. It's good. And the foul.
Foul's on Jackson Harold. That's his first personal, third team foul. At the line, Drew Pearsall. He'll be shooting 2. In for Liberty, number 44, George Nielsen.
Free throw was up and good. I'm damn, gotta find the game. Here out, lays it up and in. Had my stats program shut down on me, so I got to find this game.
That's his first personal team foul. At the line, Jack Johnson. He'll be shooting 2.
Johnson to the free throw line for the Loggers.
In for St. Mary's, number 11, Brock Barton.
Yeah. Shot up from the three-pointer from the corner for St. Mary's. And Landon Rubrick knocks down a 3. Now that we're caught up 29-17 is what it should be. Lumberjacks with the lead. Oh, they gave the three-pointer to the wrong team. They've got to get that corrected. I didn't see who had that foul against them. Shot up, no good by Liberty. Rebound to year out. Barta into the game. Barta missed a 3. Fight for the rebound. Ball goes to the Lumberjacks.
Foul's on George Dixon. That's his first personal.
Foul against Liberty.
Third team foul. Senior substitution number 32, Senior Sloper.
Year out goes out. Trying to see who's in for St. Mary's. Okay, got to get my times fixed too. Foul went against 44, Nielsen. Lumberjacks with the ball in the corner. 3 on the way from Sloper from the right side. It won't go. Rebound to Harold. Harold tried to save it back in off of a Lancer. It wouldn't knock off of him. Got the ball back in. Barta with the 3. It won't go. Gustav is able to save it off of a Lancer, though, and St. Mary's will get another possession. But that ball did not touch the rim for 23 seconds on the shot clock. They got the scoreboard fixed here. Get the ball into Gustav. Gustav out to Harold. Harold right side. Kicks the ball back up to Barta. Still working on that right side of the floor. It's Brock Barta. Brock up to the top of the key. Thought about a 3. Decided not. Gets to Harold. Harold for the deep 3. No good. We're going to get a whistle and a foul. And that foul, I think, is on the fight for the rebound. Isaiah picks up the foul.
At the line,
That's the 5th. That's the 5th foul against St. Mary's. I'm missing a couple or something because that'll put Jack Johnson to the free throw line. He hasn't missed since missing the first 2. Still hasn't. Ribrick will step out. Marcus Speakman comes in for the Jacks. Second free throw on the way. That one's good as well. Going to get a timeout taken by Coach Chase. It appears to be a full. 29-19, Lumberjacks lead. We'll be back. Furry friend need a bath? Don't want to deal with the hassle and the mess from bathing your furry friend? Make an appointment with Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop today. Barks and Bubbles, located at 402 North 10th Street in St. Mary's, will have your furry friend looking and feeling like $1,000,000 in no time. And guess what? No mess at home, no scratches, and no getting soaked from head to toe. Let Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop handle the work. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop also offers pet boarding. Call for an appointment today at 208-245-5755. That's 208-245-5755. Barks and Bubbles Groom Shop in St. Mary's. There's a new shop on Main Street in St. Mary's. It's a gift shop. It's a home decor shop. It's a jewelry shop. It's a shop of bare necessities. Bare Necessities Trading Company is located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's and has just about anything you could think of. From rocks and minerals to specialty foods, knives, and handcrafted soaps and lotions, there really is too much to list. So stop by Bare Necessities Trading Company today and pick up a gift, something new for your house, or a cup of coffee. That's Bare Necessities Trading Company, located at 822 Main Avenue in St. Mary's. And we are back. St. Mary's brings the ball down. Brock Barta gets it over to year out, left side of the floor. He's going to drive, short corner, head fake. Instead, gets it Speakman. Speakman back to year out, and year out goes up strong and puts it in. Marcus Speakman with the assist. 31-19, Jacks with the lead. Lancers working it around, left side, kicking it in the paint. Speakman intercepts it. Lancers with the turnover. Barta kicks the ball in to Harold. Harold's going to be fouled. Brock Barta was getting forced out of bounds along the baseline, gets the ball in to Harold, and Harold gets fouled. The foul went against the number 32 of Cook. Ribrick checks back in. Jackson Harold goes out. Bryce Braun came in for the Lancers. St. Mary's will inbound from baseline. Barta to year out. Year out, little head fake. Shot up, I should say. Going to get Speakman with the rebound. Speakman's putback won't go. But the putback is up and good by Ribrick. And St. Mary's stretches at 33-19 over the Lancers. Right wing for Liberty. Top of the key now as they work it around. Still back on the right side. Looking to a guy in the paint. That is the number 10 of Sinclair. Shot won't go. Offensive rebound. It won't go. Rebound went to Sloper. St. Mary's brings it the other way. Sloper has the ball up top. Lumberjacks have 3 up there. It gets into the hands of Brock Barta near the midcourt line. He's going to bring it to the left side, kicks it to Speakman. Speakman on the wing, over to Sloper. Sloper spins, drives into the lane. He's going to try to dish it off. He does get it dished. Ribrick can't get the shot to fall from the short corner. Rebound to Liberty. Lancers coming the other way. They're going to kick it to the corner. 3-point shot on the way by Sinclair. It's well off the mark. Offensive rebound. And the putback is up and good by Drew Pearsall. I think there might have been a blocked shot by St. Mary's in there. 33-21, St. Mary's lead is 12. And I think they had a much larger lead than that before. We're going to get an offensive foul on J.J. Giroux.
For St. Mary's, number 5, Isaiah Gustav.
Isaiah Gustav checks in. Brock Barta gets a breather. Also, Jackson Harold.
For St. Mary's, number 0, Jackson Harold.
J.J. year out gets a breather. J.J., that's his first foul. Lumberjacks already have 2 guys in double digits. Of course, one of them's year out. The other one is Sloper. Liberty has the ball up top. Triggers the 3. It's no good. Harold pulls down the rebound for the Lumberjacks. Quickly ahead to Gustav. Gustav lays it up and in. 35-21. Deep 3 from the Lancers, and that was Holweckner. That That was a deep three. Lumberjacks still have a 35-24 lead. Oh, that's a bad, kind of a lazy pass by Xavier. Xavier turn it over. Pearsall will lay it up and in. Landon Ribrick knocks down a three for the Lumberjacks from the left side. 38-26, three on the way from the Lancers. That shot is no good. Ball gets tapped around. Liberty gets the rebound. Corner to Pearsall. Pearsall gets it up to the top. Three-pointer on the way by Bullwegner, and he knocks it down. 38-29, St. Mary's with the 11-point lead. We've got 1:07 to go in the first half. That's definitely a foul. It came a little bit late. Pearsall was kind of wondering why he got called, but he wrapped his whole arm around Xavier's waist, and that'll send Sloper to the free throw line. 15 foul on the Lancers. Sloper will shoot 2 free throws. Oh, the first one rattles around and falls through. St. Mary's on the verge of a 40-point first half. That's a solid first half for the Lumberjacks. Sloper's second free throw. That one's going to rattle around, no good. Speakman had trying to get that rebound from behind the defender or the Liberty Lancer and couldn't pull it in. It'll be a foul on Speakman, and it'll send the Lancers to the charity stripe. Going to the free throw line is Bryce Braun. He is 0 for 1 from the free throw line. 1 minute on the clock remaining. First free throw is good. Brings the Lancers within 9. Second free throw up. No good. Rebound to Speakman. St. Mary's will take it the other way. Into the hands of Sloper. Sloper across the timeline. He has Pearsall coming out to guard him closely. They're going to look to Speakman in the late post. Speakman goes up, gets the shot to fall. Nice strong move by Speakman into the paint. 41-30, St. Mary's leads by 11 with 37 on the clock. Into the free throw line. Driving, spinning, shot, no good, but a foul going to be called against the Lumberjacks.
Fouls on Ribrick, his second person.
That'll be a second foul on Ribrick.
At the line,
Sends J.J. Hodel to the free throw line. First free throw, that one in and out. Free throw line has not been friendly to the Lancers. Ribrick's going to come out. Jack Barta checks in. J.J. Year out is going to come in. He'll check in for Speakman. 41-30. St. Mary's lead is 11. Hodel missed the first free throw, so the next one is left short. And a foul against Liberty on the rebound. That'll be Pearsall, his second foul.
And Bryce Braun, that's it. First personal.
Nope. Bryce Braun is first. And it'll send St. Mary's to the free throw line. Year out to the charity stripe. 56% on the season. And that first one rattles home. Lumberjacks want to see all their free throw numbers coming up. Jack Barta goes back out. Brock Barta checks in. Year out for the final free throw. That one is up and good as well. Barta to 16 points. Year out goes out. Speakman back in. Shuffling of some players here is the Lumberjacks. 43-30, St. Mary's leads. I think Year out just took a look up to see, he's not up there on the board anymore, but looking maybe for his points. I'm not sure. Lancers drive from the left. Shot up hard off the glass, no good. Speakman pulls down the board. Getting it ahead to Gustav. Gustav drives. Shot's going to fall off the rim, no good. Tipped around and out of bounds. I think that'll be St. Mary's ball.
8 boards and Mary's, number 3, Jack Parson, and number 4, CJ, you're out.
And shuffling Year Out and Barta back into the game for St. Mary's. 7 seconds on the clock. Year Out will trigger it in. Going to get it to Brock or Jack. Jack's going to kick it to Sloper. Sloper for 3. It's off the mark. That almost looked like it was going to go in, but it's no good. It doesn't matter, though. St. Mary's with a 13-point lead at the half, 43-30 over the Liberty Lancers. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime stats. It's the 12 Deals of Christmas at the Country Fair on Main Street in St. Mary's. And the savings are big, like 40% off all Columbia and 40% off all camo. Whether you're starting or finishing your Christmas shopping, you'll find gifts, gear, and stocking stuffers for everyone on your list. Plus, tons of in-store specials you'll have to see to believe. Come check out the selection and the prices. You won't be disappointed. The Country Fair right on Main Street in St. Mary. When you gotta go, make sure you're good to go with St. Joe Potty Hut. From construction sites to community events, weddings to weekend gatherings, St. Joe Potty Huts keeps it clean, convenient, and odor-free. Local, dependable, and fast. Their restroom solution is just a call away at 208-245-4887. For clean units, quick delivery, and service you can count on, choose St. Joe Potty Huts, serving St. Mary's and the St. Joe Valley. Call 208-245-4887 and keep your event running smooth.
Nothing comes easy. Every day, every dollar, every decision. So your finances should work just as hard as you do. With a free Ascend checking account from P1FCU, you can earn real rewards for the work you're already doing. No gimmicks, just better banking. Because around here, dividends are for the doers. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend.
Kenny and the crew at 10th Street Superstop invite you into the biggest convenience store in town. 10th Street Superstop is your one-stop shop for gas, propane, snacks, and ice-cold drinks. Stop in for breakfast or lunch, breakfast burritos and pizza to paninis and fajita burritos. 10th Street Superstop has something for everyone. Whether you're headed to a Lumberjack game or out into the woods, 10th Street Superstop is the place to stop for anything you may need. 10th Street Superstop on North 10th Street in St. Mary's. When you think of Potlatch-Deltic, you might think logs or lumber. When I think about Potlatch-Deltic, I think of family, community, compassion. You see, Potlatch-Deltic is more than some company in St. Mary's. Potlatch-Deltic is a community supporter in more ways than one. Whether it's donating to a fundraiser or nonprofit group, or giving a high schooler a summer job that could very well turn into a career, Potlatch-Deltic is there for our community. We, for one, want to thank Potlatch-Deltic for what they do and hope that you will also. Potlatch-Deltic, proud supporters of, well, St. Mary's.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Idaho. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the IHSAA and Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Tim Parrish here at Freeman High School. It is halftime as the Lumberjacks lead the Liberty Lancers by 13, 43-30. That was a heck of a second quarter with scoring is concerned, as St. Mary's held Freeman or Liberty to just 8 points in the first period. But the Lancers able to score 22 in the second period. Now, a lot of times you think, well, Liberty must have retaken the lead with that, but St. Mary's was able to more or less match the Lancers with 25 points of their own. So that was a heck of a second period. St. Mary's leads 43-30 over Liberty here in this first game of the tournament. Both teams shooting fairly well from the floor. 2-point range for the Lumberjacks, 57%. 2-point range for the Lancers at 50%. 3-point shooting, St. Mary's edges the Lancers 31-22%. Overall field goal percentage, St. Mary's at 47, the Lancers at 40. Free throw shooting, St. Mary's on the mark from the charity stripe tonight, 78%. Liberty at 53%. St. Mary's with 16 rebounds, the Lancers with 14 rebounds. Fouls were fairly even. I think St. Mary's had maybe 10. So I think I missed a couple on the sheet or on the stats early on. Turnovers, 5 for the Lumberjacks, 6 for Liberty. St. Mary's scored 4 points off of the Liberty turnovers. Liberty has scored 2 points off of St. Mary's turnovers. Off the bench, St. Mary's with 4 points, Liberty with 2 points. We're going to take a quick break. We'll look at individual stats when we return.
Well. Are you in need of a reputable, experienced, and knowledgeable well drilling and pump company? Look no further than Interstate Drilling and Pump. Interstate Drilling and Pump drills new wells, deepens existing wells, installs and repairs pumps, and does well testing both for water quality and gallons per minute. Interstate Drilling and Pump has 24 plus years of experience and serves from Moscow to Rathdrum and the Silver Valley. Well, what are you waiting for? Get on their schedule today. That's Interstate Drilling and Pump, 208-245-5101. 208-245-5101, Interstate Drilling and Pump.
Tax time is here again. I know. It's not your favorite. But at H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they can make sure your return gets done right. It's not just about numbers, boxes, and forms. It's about personal care. So you get every credit and deduction you deserve. And with an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
We are back. It's halftime here at Freeman High School. St. Mary's leads the Liberty Lancers 43-30 in the Greg Larson tournament. And again, first half was pretty fun. St. Mary's has stretched out the lead and had double-digit lead most of the first half. There was one tie with no lead changes, and that first tie was early on. I think it was 2-2. St. Mary's went on a run there at one point where, let's see here if I can see, Liberty was held scoreless for quite a while at one point, but it's kind of hard to tell in my stats. Anyways, looking at the individual statistics for the Liberty Lancers, leading in scoring was Drew Pearsall. He had 12 points, 6 from 2-point range and 6 free throws. Second leading scorer with 8 is Donald Holwagner. He had 2 3-pointers late in the second quarter. Don't want to see him, I don't think, get going from outside. That could be dangerous. 2 points apiece for J.J. Hodel, Sam Cook, and off the bench for Jack Johnson. On the other side of the coin for the Lumberjacks, St. Mary's has 2, nearly 3 guys in double-digit scoring in that first half. J.J. Yearout was 16 points in the first half. Xavier Sloper put up 11, 8 points for Trenton Ribrick. And then I don't know why there's one unassigned. Once again, it is doing that to me. It says it's a free throw. And I'm not sure who. I'm going to have to go back through and see where that was at. Anyways, 2 points apiece for Speakman, Harold, and Gustav, and Jack Barta with 1 point. We'll take one more break. I'm going to see if I can figure out where that free throw belongs, and we'll be back with the second half.
Janelle Martin Holmes, your Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's, is a proud Lumberjack supporter because they're her hometown team. When it comes to insurance, that's also one reason so many people in St. Mary's choose Farm Bureau Insurance. They have a complete line of insurance products, including auto, home, commercial, and life. Plus, they have great customer service and competitive rates. And they're also a local company with local agents right here in St. Mary's. So let's hear it for our hometown teams. Contact Janelle Martin Holmes, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent in St. Mary's at 105 North 8th Street, St. Mary's.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires. That's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires. Doing the right thing since 1952.
It's in Park, right?
Archie's IGA is not only a proud supporter of Lumberjack sports, but a proud supporter of the St. Mary's community and shopping locally. When you shop local, you help businesses support other local businesses, as well as helping your local businesses to provide jobs. Did you know that local business taxes help maintain communities and counties by fixing roads and maintaining recreational facilities? Local business owners invest in the community and have a vested interest in the future of our community. So won't you help Archie's IGA by supporting your local businesses and shop locally? Oh yeah, and let's not forget those Lumberjacks.
And we are back, and I believe that missed point or missed free throw was Xavier Sloper, or not missed, the one that I missed for who it went to. The scoreboard shows Sloper with only 10 points. I show Sloper with 12, and we will go with my stats over that one, of course. St. Mary's looks like they will start with the first possession of the second half. Lumberjacks will go left to right now on your radio dial. J.J. Yearout triggered in. St. Mary's leads 43-30 over the Lancers. It's a nice lead, but nothing is safe. The Lancers a pretty tough team. If the Lancers get a quarter where they go 20 points and St. Mary's doesn't score that many, it could end badly. Barta has the ball up top, works his way to the left side. Now he picks up his dribble. We're going to get a foul. It's going to go against Liberty. That foul goes against Miles Sinclair. That is his first. Lumberjacks will inbound from baseline. All the way to the top. There's a turnover on St. Mary's. Trying to get that pass to Barta. I think it was actually out of bounds off of Barta. Driving is the Lancers. Inside to Sinclair. Sinclair shot is going to go in. They said J.J. Hodel. Maybe that was right. St. Mary's with the ball. Yearout pulls up for the shot. Going to leave it a little bit short. Rebound to the Lancers. 43-32. Bring the ball down is Cook. Cook all the way in. Lays it up and good. And kind of what I talked about now. Right now, St. Mary's is in a Liberty has scored 4 to St. Mary's 0 to get the second half started. It's 43-34. JJ has it right side of the floor for St. Mary's. Now over to Sloper. Elbow free throw line extended. Left side of the floor. Sloper's going to drive. He's going to get around the defense and lays it up and in. Cutter, and I'm not going to call that. I'll give it as a steal. Turnover by Liberty. Jack Barta ends up with it. Out to Sloper. Sloper, little head fake, gets it out to Yearout. Yearout works his way into the lane. Shot is up and good. I think he was looking for the contact, didn't get the foul call, and St. Mary's is now 4 points of their own. Driving is Cook. Almost has it taken away by Barta. Gets the ball out to Sinclair. Driving. Shot up, no good by Pearsall. Rebound goes to Barta. Barta bring the ball down. Works his way to the right. Gets it out to Sloper. Sloper for the three off the rim. Rebound, though, goes to Barta. Yearout's going to go ahead and trigger the deep three. It's no good. Rebound to Liberty. 47-34. St. Mary's with the lead. Here, early third. Right wing is Holwegner. Gets it to the top to Hodel. Hodel hands it off to Cook. No, Hodel actually keeps it. Drive. Shot no good, but he'll be fouled. And that'll be foul number 3 on Ribrick. Landon's going to come out of the game. Might not see Landon back in the rest of the third. Free throw is up and good by Hodel. Makes the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. That one is good as well. 47-36, Jack's lead. Jack Barta brings it down for St. Mary's, right side of the floor. He's going to kick it to Sloper. Give and go to Year Out. Nice move. That is a great play. Sloper with the assist. 49-36. JJ with 20. The Lancers try the same thing. JJ gets the steal. Liberty with the turnover. A little bit of a give and go try there from the Lancers. Couldn't quite complete it. Lumberjacks have used that move several times in this one. It's beautiful when it works perfect. Bringing it down is Jack Barta. He has it up top. Going to drive around the defender, kicks it out to Sloper. Sloper thought about three, but the ball was a little bit off the mark. Sloper gets into the low post, though, and goes up strong. 51-36. Sloper to 16 points now. Could have two Lumberjacks with 20 at the end of this one. Wegner with the shot up. It's no good. Rebound goes to Barta. Liberty's going to get a deflection there, trying for that steal. It'll go out of bounds. Jackson Harold and Brock Barta check in. Gustav and Jack Barta go out. Going to get a breather for them guys. Brock Barta will control it. He gets across the timeline. Straight up between the circles. He's going to work right, hands it off to Sloper. Sloper's going to drive, steps around the defense. Shot's going to fall in for Sloper. Sloper having a heck of a game tonight. That pass almost over the head of the defender, or over the Liberty player. Sloper with a steal was a bad pass from Liberty. Lancers turn it over. JJ has it left side for the Lumberjacks. Surveys the defense, kicks it back out to Brock. Brock still working on that left side, gives it back up to Year Out. Year Out, head fake. Gonna drive, spin, shot up and good. Strong move to the bucket by JJ Year Out. 55-36. Lumberjacks are on a roll. Timeout taken by the Lancers with 3:32 to go in the third quarter. It looks like it's a full. We'll be back.
If you want the best, you hire the best. Top Grade Roofing and Construction has over 25 years of experience and is licensed and insured. Top Grade Roofing and Construction can and will build just about anything. Need a deck? They can do it. Need siding? Yep. How about a fence? Of course. I mean, Top Grade Roofing and Construction might even build you a chicken coop if you ask. That's Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Call Vince for a free consultation at 208-269-3111. That's 208-269-3111. Top Grade Roofing and Construction. Hughes Ace Hardware wants to invite you to come in and take a look. Hughes isn't just about hardware. Whether you need dish soap and sponges to clean up after your husband's guys' night, or storage solutions for your wife's shopping addiction, you can find it at Hughes. Come see the difference. Everything you need, from a blow dryer to replace the one your toddler dropped in the toilet, to a bathroom scale to help your hubby stay on his fitness goal. Hughes Ace Hardware is the place to get the products you need and the help you want all the time, every time.
And we are back after the break. St. Mary's 55, Lancers 36. Liberty with the ball. Liberty has not found the bottom of the bucket in a little bit. St. Mary's almost gets a steal there. Lancers have 14 on the shot clock as Holwegner controls it. He's working against Brock Barta, some great defense, but Brock's going to get called for the foul there. Got a little bit of piece of the arm while slapping at that ball. It's only the first foul for Brock. Lancers will inbound from underneath. That'll reset the shot clock for Liberty as well. Into the paint. Pearsall. Shot is up. No good. Rebound goes to Speakman. What was that score at the... Yeah, 6 points in the third quarter for the Lancers. St. Mary's up to 55. I think they've scored 12. Brock Barta working. Swings over to Sloper. Sloper working on that right side. Into Year Out. Year Out. Pulls up for the shot. It's up and good. Give Sloper an assist. There was no dribble and no nothing else. JJ just caught it. Little head fake, then shot it. Cook has the ball, top of the key. Looking into Holwegner. Holwegner lays it up and good. First bucket for Holwegner in the second half. 57-38. St. Mary's almost to a 20-point lead. Actually, they probably were at a 20-point lead. Speakman has the ball. Speakman to Harold. Harold flips it out to Sloper. Back out to Year Out. Year Out's going to drive in. He's going to go around the defense. Shot is up and good by Year Out. Lumberjacks up by over 20. I think it's a 21-point lead for the Lumberjacks. The Lancers have it. Gonna get it into the lane. Shot up and good by Jack Johnson.
Assisted by Miles Sinclair.
59-40. St. Mary's leads by 19. Lumberjacks were looking for this win tonight. A good quality opponent out of Washington. Brock Barta going to be fouled, I believe.
Foul's on Sinclair. That's his second personal.
It'll be a foul against Sinclair.
Team foul. Substitution for St. Mary's number 3, Jack Barta.
You see Gustav and Jack Barta check back in. Year Out gets a breather, as does Sloper. Three-pointer on the way from Jack Barta. It's off the mark. Going to get a foul underneath by St. Mary's on the rebound attempt. Second foul of the game on Harold. JJ up to 26 points. His biggest game of the season was 27 against Sandpoint. He's looking to eclipse that here tonight. Driving, shot up, stripped away by Speakman. Oh, I'm going to call it a deflection by Speakman. The ball rolls out of bounds. Last touch by St. Mary's. Good defense by Marcus. Liberty will inbound. 22 on the shot clock from baseline. Nice inbound pass to Odall. The shot is up and good. Assist there for Liberty as well. 42-59. St. Mary's leads by 17. Brock Barta to the top of the to the midcourt circle, hands it off to Harold. Little weave up top by the Lumberjacks. Jack Barta picked up. No, he hadn't taken his dribble yet. Barta back out to Barta. Now over to Jack in the corner. Jack up to the elbow. Can't get a look. Lumberjacks need to get a shot up. No good. Foul called. I'm not sure if the foul was on the floor or if Harold's shooting two. It looks like he is shooting two. Third foul on Holwinger. Harold to the free throw line. I think he's either 1 for 1 or 2 for 2 on the season. So it's only the second time to the charity stripe for Harold. Makes the first one. Lumberjacks' first 60-point game of the season. 60-42 over the Lancers. 18-point lead for St. Mary's. Second free throw from Harold on the way. Nothing but net. Harold gets 4 points on the night. Lancers with the ball in the backcourt. St. Mary's putting some pressure on. Good defense by Marcus in the backcourt. That ball is almost tipped by Harold. Lancers with the ball, working around the top. They've got 34 seconds. Out to the corner. Three-pointer on the way, off the mark. Rebound to Barta. Brock Barta with the rebound. Over to Jack Barta. It was Jack Barta with the rebound. Over to Brock. Now back to Jack. Jack has it near the volleyball line. He's going to get it to Harold. St. Mary's will play for the last shot as the shot clock is off with 12 on the clock. Jack gets a screen, drive, shot is up and good. Count the bucket and the foul. Jack Barta will head to the charity stripe for the and one. The foul goes against Miles Sinclair, and that is his third. Jack Barta, 69% from the free throw line on the season. Jack Barta with 3 points on the night. Shot on the way, up and good. 64-42, St. Mary's with the lead. There's going to be a lot of contact. No foul call. Three-pointer at the buzzer from the corner. No good, and that's how the third comes to an end. 64-42, St. Mary's with a commanding lead. We'll be back.
Hugh and Margie Gannon of St. Mary's are proud to support the Lumberjacks and this Lumberjack Sports broadcast. The Gannons want to wish the Lumberjacks the best of luck this sports season and want you to know that they are proud of you. The Gannons say, "Go Lumberjacks!"
You always hear on the radio, cross the bridge to savings. But it's true. St. Mary's Harvest Foods has what you need when you need it. And if you don't see it, then just ask one of the friendly staff and they will gladly help you find what you need. From meat, super fresh produce, and dairy, St. Mary's Harvest Foods will save you big on the things you need the most. No time to cook tonight? Then check out the hot deli for something quick for dinner. St. Mary's Harvest Foods, where you truly can cross the bridge to savings.
And we are back. The Lumberjacks outscore the Lancers 21-12 in the third. We've got, let's see here. I think it might be our starters back on the floor for St. Mary's. Year out. I'd like to see JJ get 30 tonight. He's 2 buckets away. Lancers will start the final frame with possession. 64-42, Lumberjacks lead. Trying to find someone to get the ball to. They do get it to Degenhart. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound fought for, taken away by Barta. Lumberjacks bring it down the floor. Year out has the ball up top. He gets it off to Barta. Barta going to drive. Kicks it out to Rib. Rib over to back to Barta. 9 on the shot clock. Barta out to Rib. Rib gets the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound going to go to the Lumberjacks. Team rebound. Last touched by, I don't know how that's down to that. Lumberjacks inbound to JJ. JJ into Barta. Barta going to spin. Shot is up, and it's going to fall in for Jack. 66-42, St. Mary's leads it. Driving right side. It's Cook. Cook loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on the Lancers. I want to see JJ get a couple more buckets. Their scoreboard shows, I think they've got 2 points extra for JJ. I think Sloper has 18 and JJ has 26. That's what I have in my scoreboard. Could be wrong. I'm usually pretty good at keeping track of these, though. Sloper's going to spin into the paint. Gets the shot up. It's no good. Ribrick's going to get called for a foul there as he was trying to hold on to that and get it out of the hands, but should have let that ball go. Speakman will come in for Rib as he'll go out with 4 fouls.
4 personal fouls.
First team foul of the fourth for St. Mary's. Going to have a deflection by Year Out as he almost jumps that pass. We'll be back here tomorrow night. St. Mary's plays Freeman at 5:15. Lancers have it, right wing. Jack Johnson trying to get a shot up. He does, but it's no good. Rebound goes to Sloper. Sloper ahead to Year Out. Year Out to Gustav. Gustav, short corner right side. He's going to elevate. Shot up. It won't fall for him. Rebound goes to Liberty. Couple of empty possessions for Lumberjacks, but a steal by Year Out. Year Out going to try to going to get the steal.
Basket is no good. Interference.
Why does that say overtime? We are not in overtime. That didn't even track, so I'm not even going to keep it. I will give Year Out a steal, though. Shot up, no good. Foul called on St. Mary's there.
Marcus Freeman his third personal.
Oh, it does show.
And the line, Drew Pearson, only shooting 2.
Second free throw, no good by Liberty. Rebound to Gustav. Lumberjacks made some substitutions. I got to figure out who that was. Gustav shot didn't go. Putback missed. I think a second putback missed, and a rebound by Liberty. 66-43, St. Mary's leads. Oh, Brock Barta is in. Jack is out. I think Sloper is out. St. Mary's with the ball. I've removed a couple of stats I think that I shouldn't have. Gonna get a shot on the way, up and good. 3 points by Holwegner. St. Mary's up by 20, 66-46. JJ Year Out elevates for 3. It's up and good from Year Out from downtown. That gives Year Out 29 on the night. And flip it to the corner as they work the right side, does Liberty. Into the lane, shot's going to fall in. Count the bucket and the foul. I think it's Isaiah with the foul. Pearsall with the bucket. Jackson Harrell's going to come out. Jackson's nursing a sore hip. Bill Dickinson checks in for the Lumberjacks. Gustav gets a breather. Free throw is up and good. Most of Pearsall's buckets have been from the free throw line. 69-49, St. Mary's leads. 20-point lead for St. Mary's. Sloper has the ball. Little shoulder shake, trying to get the defense to free up from him. The defender was Braun. Now it's in Year Out's hands. Year Out has his pocket picked for a second. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be last touched by Liberty. Lumberjacks will inbound. Over to Brock Barden. Brock has it left side to JJ. JJ has it striped away for a second. Back into JJ's hand. He's going to elevate for the shot. It won't go. Rebound to Dickinson. And I think there's a turnover on St. Mary's right there. Liberty brings it into the short corner. Back out to the corner, left side. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound to Liberty. Shot up again, no good from Liberty. I think it was another 3-pointer. Speakman with the rebound. And Sloper has the ball. Sloper, right side. Hands it off to Brock Barta. Landon Ribrick getting ready to come back in. Brock Barta trying to find some room. Can't get any. Drives, has it poked away for a minute. Dickinson able to come away with it. Oh, bad pass by Bill. Liberty steals it away. A steal by Brock Barta the other way, though. Brock trying to see if he can get some contact from behind for a foul. Not going to get it. Coach Chaso going to take a timeout. It is a full. 69-49. Lumberjacks lead with 3:04 to go. We'll be back.
Jack Fuel Trucking knows that there are few things as important as wise use of our natural resources. And by utilizing the chips in the manufacturing of lumber, that is exactly what is accomplished. If you look beyond the wood chips, you see an entire community of schools, churches, and businesses. And most importantly, people. Jack Fuel Trucking believes in responsible harvesting of our natural resources. After all, when you take a close look, those aren't just chips. They're an entire community. Jack Fuel Trucking.
Sometimes accidents happen. You never thought it would happen to you, but it did. Where can you turn for that friendly hand of support? Jack's Pharmacy is your good neighbor pharmacy in St. Mary's, where you'll find personalized care. Whether you need crutches, supports, wheelchairs, or even a hospital bed, Jack's is here for you. We service both Medicare and Medicaid. If you need durable medical equipment, come to Jack's, your good neighbor pharmacy, where you'll receive personalized service and attention.
And we are back. St. Mary's leads at 69-49 here at Freeman High School, home of the Scotties, Lumberjacks, and the Lancers doing battle. Lancers from Liberty. Lumberjacks, I don't think made any subs, but we're going to get a steal and a turnover by St. Mary's. Still by Liberty. A foul the other way against St. Mary's, I think. Sloper. Sloper will come out. Jack Barta goes in. Like to see Sloper get one more bucket. That'd give him 20. In my book, anyways. Lancers have the ball up top. Out to the corner. In now. Just got his feet up off the ground, did Nielsen. He'll turn the ball over.
I
don't want to see JJ go out. Of course, coach might go with the stats from up there, but we'll see what happens. I see who came in. Chatney, you, Jack Barta, and I think it's Jack Barta and Brock Barta. No, let's see. Carter Blackwell is in. Get a deflection by Liberty. Lumberjacks waiting to get the inbound. They haven't got the ball back from the ref just yet. Now they're not sure what they're doing. Heard him say something about green 15. I think they just gave a technical foul.
Technical. But 2 shots and lost for the Lancers.
So Liberty will get 2 shots.
At the line, Parker Myers.
I thought there used to be a spot for technical on my stats, but I don't see it anymore. Liberty with the free throw. Trying to see a jersey number. Looks like it's 42. Both free throws fall in for the number 42 of Liberty. Liberty will get the ball. There used to be a spot for technicals, I think. I'm going to have to put that, might have to put that stat back in there. Lancers have it. 69-51. Bad pass by Liberty. Going to get a steal by Brock Barta as they threw it right to him. Brock Barta has it. Working on the left side. And he slows it down, backs it back out. 69-51, 18-point lead for the Lumberjacks. Brock kicks it off to Chatney. Chatney's shot missed, but he got his own rebound. Lumberjacks reset. Brock pulls up for the shot. It won't go. Chatney with the rebound. And Chatney with the putback. Trace Chatney's first varsity bucket, I believe. Going to have a pass to the low post. Kicks it back out. Lancers have it left side. Back to the corner. Driving baseline. It stood up. Picks up his dribble at the low post. Top of the key. 3 on the way. That shot is up and in. That's number 40. Again, I don't have the numbers for all the players on Liberty. 71-54, Lumberjacks with the ball. Brock Barta has it right side. He's going to take it, drives the left side of the block, kicks it out. 3 on the way by Rezer Pugh, and he's going to miss that one. Air ball. That one was off the mark by a little. 1:05 to go in the game. Liberty has the ball. 42 has it, left wing. Kicks it to the top of the key to the number 50. Now into the hands of 44, who is Nielsen. Nielsen stood up at the low post. Kicks the ball back out to the top. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound to Dickinson. Lumberjacks back the other way. Pugh hands it off to Barta. That's Brock. Brock backs things out. St. Mary's does have to get a shot off as the clock. There is a differential there. Brock's going to drive, gets his shot blocked. Rebound to Liberty. Liberty will lay it up the other way on the other side. And that was number 42 with the bucket. Now St. Mary's doesn't need to shoot. 17 on the shot clock or on the clock. Liberty though still playing some stiff defense, and you got some of the younger guys in. So nope, they're just going to hold it, give it to the ref, and say it's in it. That's technically threw it out of bounds because the ref is out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. That's game. St. Mary's with a big win, 71-56 over the Lancers. We'll take a break, come back and look at the final stats, and then we will get our Taco Bell player of the game.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
Afraid to touch that breaker box? Need some rewiring done? Call the professionals at M&S Electric. With nearly 40 years experience, there's no job too big or too small. From industrial and commercial to residential and service work, M&S Electric isn't afraid. Serving Bennewash, Shoshone, Kootenai, and Latah counties, M&S Electric has you covered. Overhead work? M&S can do that too with their bucket truck. M&S Electric, 408 Dane Avenue, St. Mary's. Give them a call, 208-245-3890. No job too big, no job too small. We do them all. M&S Electric.
For all your plumbing needs, call Nick's Plumbing and Heating. With Nick's professional staff, you can be assured of guaranteed quality products, installation, service, and repair of all of your plumbing. So if you have plumbing needs or problems, call the good folks at Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Call 245-5460. That's 245-5460. Nick's Plumbing and Heating. Installation, service, and repair when you need it. Nick's Plumbing and Heating, St. Mary's.
For all of your area high school sports schedules, updates, and recaps, including Lakeside, Kootenai, and of course, St. Mary's High School, pick up your copy of the St. Mary's Gazette Record every Wednesday. Not only will they have game recaps and highlights for area high school sports action, but local news and information. St. Mary's Gazette Record, pick up a copy today. The name says it all. Taco About It. What is it, you may ask? It's the best taco truck in town. Might even be the only taco truck in town. If you like tacos, and who doesn't, then you need to stop by Taco About It, located at 128 South Highway 3 in St. Mary's, across the street from Triple X Feeds. Taco About It has too many tacos to list, so you will just have to try them all. Call in your order 208-582-8533, or just stop by. Taco About It, located across the street from Triple X Feeds in St. Mary's. When you need that morning pick-me-up before work or school, there's one place that comes to mind. It's a place that loves our community, the St. Mary's Lumberjacks, and all the local businesses and people in our village. Shift and Grind in St. Mary's is all about the community. Whether it's helping raise money for the Booster Club or for a family in need, the Shift and Grind family are always ready to help. So be sure to stop by Shift and Grind for your caffeinated needs. Located at 132 First Street in St. Mary's, Shift and Grind says, go Lumberjacks.
If you know which side of a saw cuts wood, and if you can hammer a nail, you can do it yourself. Carpentry, construction, finishing, or framing, around here, you've got it made. You've got 10th Street Lumber. At 10th Street Lumber, we have the answers to your building and repair project questions. Every day, 10th Street Lumber helps homeowners get quality results. For lumber, block, power tools, fixtures, everything you need for a professional job, Don't pick up a nail until you shop 10th Street Lumber. 10th Street Lumber on the corner of 10th and Railroad Avenue in St. Mary's.
Wondering how to manage your retirement nest egg? How big should it be when you retire? Contact Jenny Oaks at Gateway Financial Partners to get the answers to these and all your other financial questions. The securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. With over 30 years of financial planning, give Jenny Oaks a call at Gateway Financial Partners today. The guidance is free. The experience is priceless. Call 245-5255.
Fall is coming and, of course, cold weather. Now's the time to stock up on a few things. XXX Feeds has magnetic wood pellets in stock, and it's never too early to be ready for the cold weather. XXX Feeds also has alfalfa in stock as well as straw. And if you have some four-legged woodland friends that look a little hungry, XXX Feeds can keep you loaded up on deer feed and deer blocks. Don't wait until the last minute. Stop by XXX Feeds in St. Mary's today.
And we are back here at Freeman High School. The Lumberjack boys just came away with a big win over the Liberty Lancers, 71-46. It was a 14-7 outscoring in the fourth quarter, but St. Mary's wasn't really putting as much of an offensive effort, I would call it, in that fourth period, and shuffling in some of their younger guys as they were outscored 14-7. At the end of the game, the Liberty Lancers shot 58% from the field, or from two-point range, 22% from three-point range, 43% from the field, 64% from the free throw line, 21 rebounds for Liberty. They committed 13 fouls. They had 14 turnovers, and St. Mary's scored 10 points off their turnovers. They scored 4 points off of Lumberjack turnovers and 11 points off of the bench. For St. Mary's, they shot 55% from two-point range, 28% from three-point range, 47% from the field, 83% from the charity stripes. St. Mary's had 31 rebounds, 15 fouls, 9 turnovers, and Lumberjacks with 8 points off the bench in tonight's game. And again, a really fun battle between these two teams. Like I said, Liberty ranked 42nd in the state of Washington. I think it was them that were 42nd in the state. Let me double check. They are 37th in the state of Washington. So that's a pretty tough Washington school that St. Mary's just handled by double digits. So impressive victory for St. Mary's. Let me see if there's any other assists for St. Mary's. Lumberjacks had 9 assists. Lumberjacks also had 12 steals and 3 blocked shots. So individually for St. Mary's, I had Year out with 29. The scoreboard had him with 31. We'll see what Coach Chase puts in the paper. Maybe I missed one and gave it to Sloper, but I had Sloper with 18. So the scoreboard had Sloper with 16. So we'll find out where they were really. But anyways, we'll go with the 31 for Year out, 16 for Xavier Sloper, 8 points for Landon Ribrick, 6 points for Jack Barta, 4 points for Jackson Harold, 2 points for Marcus Speakman, 2 points for Isaiah Gustoff, and 2 points for Chase Tratney, right? Chase. I don't even see him on my. I don't know why he's not on my roster there. I think it's Trace Chatney. I got to remember. Let's see here. Number 22 is Trace Chatney. And I don't have 22 on my roster for my stats roster for St. Mary's. Anyways, if we were going totally by scoring, it would be JJ Year out as the Talk About It player of the game, but we don't necessarily base it solely off of that. And we want to have, I think, our third or fourth different Talk About It player of the game for boys. And we're going to go with Xavier Sloper, the senior tonight. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 for 5 from the free throw line for 80%. Also had 2 steals and 3 assists. Once again, Lumberjacks will be back here tomorrow night to take on the Freeman Scotties in the final game of the Greg Larson tournament. We'll be here as well. 5:15 the tip-off, and about 4:15 or so the pregame. So if you can't make it in person, be sure to turn us on the NFHS network or on our, or not on the NFHS network, on our YouTube stream or on the radio on 1240 on your radio dial. Possibly, I don't know if we'll try it, but we could possibly try a little TikTok tomorrow as well, but maybe not. I'm not sure. Anyways, that's going to do it for us from Freeman High School. Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
You've been listening to another production of Lumberjack Sports on KOFE 1240 St. Mary's, your Lumberjack Sports Network. We thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We also want to thank our Lumberjack Sports broadcast sponsors and hope you'll do the same. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't be possible. Until next time, same as always, go Lumberjacks!